So, there is a specific kind of tired I want to talk about today. Not the kind that sleep fixes, not the kind you can push through with discipline or caffeine or one more deep breath. It's the tired that comes from being the one who holds, the one who notices first, the one who stabilizes the room, the one who doesn't fall apart because everyone else already is. If you're listening to this, there's a good chance you've been the capable one for a very long time. And maybe lately you're still functioning technically, but something inside of you has gone quiet. Not numb, not broken, just unwilling. Honey, you're not lazy. You're not losing your edge. You're not regressing. You are reaching the end of a role your nervous system can no longer afford. And that realization can feel unsettling, even scary. Because if you stop holding everything together, what happens next? Most people don't become strong because they wanted to. They become strong because it was necessary. Because someone had to stay regulated. Someone had to keep going. Someone had to read the room, anticipate the fallout, smooth the edges. Strength in that context isn't a personality trait, it's a strategy. And it's an effective one. It earns trust, it earns responsibility, it earns the unspoken assumption that you'll handle it. But here's the cost no one ever names. When strength becomes your identity, rest starts to feel unsafe. Stillness feels like a risk. Letting go feels like failure. And asking for support feels unnecessary or worse, indulgent. So you keep bracing, even when nothing is actually wrong, even when the crisis has passed, even when your body is begging for something slower. And eventually, the system that kept you alive starts to drain you, not dramatically, quietly. This is usually where the shift begins, not in the mind, but in the body. Fatigue that doesn't resolve, motivation that doesn't respond to pressure, a strange resistance to pushing through. You might notice you don't want to explain yourself anymore. You don't want to perform resilience, and you really don't want to be impressive. And that can trigger guilt. Because if you've always been the one who holds things together, then not doing that can feel like letting people down, even when no one has asked you to keep doing it. And here's the truth most of us weren't taught. Your body is not betraying you, it's renegotiating the terms of your life. It's saying, hey, we can't live on high alert forever. We can't keep carrying what isn't ours. And we need another way now. And that doesn't mean collapse is coming, no. It just means recalibration is. Let's talk honestly about the fear because it's not just what if things fall apart. I know it gets deeper than that. It's who am I if I'm not the strong one? What value do I bring if I'm not holding everything? Or will anyone stay if I stop managing the stability? Those questions don't make you weak. They make you aware. And here's the quiet truth underneath them. You were never meant to be in the infrastructure of other people's lives. You were meant to be the person inside your own. Letting go doesn't mean chaos arrives. Most of the time, what actually happens is nothing dramatic at all. The world doesn't collapse. People adapt. Some things loosen. Some things fall away. And what's left is quieter. The quiet, it can feel empty at first, but it's just because it's unfamiliar. But unfamiliar doesn't mean unsafe. This season isn't asking you to become softer in some anesthetic way. I mean, it's asking you to become truer about what you carry, about what you won't carry anymore. and where your energy actually belongs. You don't need to announce this shift. You don't need to justify it. Heck, you don't even need to optimize it. You just need to stop overriding your own signals. Rest isn't a reward for finishing everything. Rest is a boundary with reality. And boundaries don't require permission. Here's some simple Here's something simple you can carry with you today. Notice the first moment you tense. The subtle one, the automatic one. And instead of correcting it, fixing it, or pushing through it, pause. Just take one breath without improving it. Let the moment be slightly incomplete and observe what actually happens. Most of the time you'll discover that the world doesn't need you to hold it together as much as you thought at all. If you're in this space right now, the space between holding and releasing, nothing has been wrong, and you're not falling apart. You are coming out of constant readiness. And that's not weakness, that's wisdom. You don't need to grip your way into the next chapter. You're allowed to arrive unbraced. So please remember, you don't have to hold everything together to be safe anymore. The ground is already here.